What's up, guys? BARRYGAMING here, back with some more Eternal Evolution, and today we're back in the Angels from Another World Evangelion collaboration event, Defense of the Iron Eaters Village. Whew, it's a mouthful every time you talk about the entire thing. We are up to the second boss now. So the first boss has been killed. We now have a damage of all heroes and it's increased by 10%. And Evangelion heroes deal an additional 10% now. It's really hard to see. There's an X here. The first time I was on the screen, I'm clicking everywhere. I'm like, I have no clue where to go. But we are now up against the Turbo TBM Otis version. So this is a very high damage enemy here. And basically, here's the thing that's a couple things that are really important. Fire barrage. So this fires multiple missiles, evenly distributing them among enemy targets. Prioritize summon creatures. So if you have like a very advanced awakened Daniel, he can be very good at this game mode. If a missile has already attacked a target once, subsequent missiles will deal more damage. Evangelion heroes take less damage from missiles, and the damage increase effect does not work against them, which is why it's very important. We're going to use all the heroes here. Achilles heel increases inflicted damage from summoned creatures and from Evangelion heroes. So those are two really important things here. And granted, remember, each one of these heroes that you have in the lineup is giving a 20% bonus to the total points. Not the damage, the point total, which is the more important one. So I messed around with a bunch of different things yesterday. And it really didn't end up well. It was like 35, and that was using like Dominic, that was using Caraxia, my go-to damage dealers. However, this time is very, very different. You actually don't need any of those assassin heroes. This is the lineup I went with, and this is how I got to 40 million points yet again. Now remember, we do have an Immortal Zero, Asuka with, you know, EX30 and all this stuff, very upgraded gear, not all the way upgraded, getting close, but she is our main damage dealer here. We're also using very low quality and honestly just having a single copy of Mari, and of course Shinji is very important for the point totals. Basically, everything is coming from our Asuka. Granted, if you didn't spend to get Asuka, you probably don't have her just yet. Beyond that, we have Fiona and we have Pure, and those are going to be the two supports that are really, really important. And yeah, it's actually not that bad to get a good point total on this one. We're going to jump into the challenge. I'll let you guys see what it looks like and the damage capabilities of this team as well. We're essentially just prioritizing our assassin damage because literally Asuka is the only one doing any real damage here. You can see already up to 600 million damage while the others are at 84 and 34. Yes, they have gear setups. I think I gave them their talents. I'm not quite sure. Look at the size of the shield on this hero. Holy cow. That's full HP right there. And yet the HP bar is like 66% of shield, which is just absolutely crazy. So yeah, you can kind of see the other heroes aren't really doing much. It's all up to our Asuka. So if you have gotten this hero, that is kind of one of the most important parts here. What I can say is you can potentially use a summon hero like Daniel. Instead, if you don't have Asuka just yet, put Daniel in instead, and you will get a decent score in comparison. Or if you do have Asuka, you can also try putting a Daniel in instead of like Fiona or something. But Fiona really does help our survivability on this boss an absolute ton. And of course, you just can't go wrong with Purin because Purin is giving all that energy to Asuka, getting tons of ultimate abilities off here, doing tons of damage. You can see we're already up to 32 million points, and it's going really, really smooth. I think every attempt I did to, so this does sometimes happen. This is why the double support is a thing. Purin did go down, which is really going to hurt our overall point total. It's really important to try to keep her alive, but a lot of this is RNG based on where the boss attacks. You can get lucky sometimes, you get unlucky sometimes. You can see it's a big difference, almost looks like maybe 2 to 3 million point difference because Purin died and we're getting less of those attacks, those ultimates off. So you can see it did drop a little bit there. We can challenge it again with the same hero setup and see how this goes. Actually, you know what? I'm not even doing this correctly. I should be doing more damage because our back row gets more stats. Oh my goodness, I just realized that. I'm actually going to do a pure challenge because I have 3 more attempts. We'll just put like one of them in the front. Put you to the back, maybe something like this. That should look good. And hopefully we do more damage. Now, it does take more time. This is the one weird thing about Asuka. It doesn't just teleport to the enemy. It's like the slow trot up, and the mechs just look so goofy running. So we can kind of do away from that list right there. Let's see if we do more damage than the 40 million we previously did. Fingers crossed, though, that Purin stays alive. And that's kind of why, like I said, Fiona is really important to give her shields and to provide healing. The way I have our Fiona built is Fiona? Oh my god, I forget which name she is. I play multiple games, and there's Floras and Fionas in each of them. I think she's Fiona. Yeah, there we go. It's Fiona. We gotta hope that not too many of those missiles go to Purin. You can see she goes way down in health. And of course, the way we have our Fiona built is with very high, I believe, accuracy, so that she can target every hero on the battlefield with her heal. So it hits all 5 targets with that heal, which is huge because overhealing does get converted to shielding with the prototype we're using as well. So fingers crossed we actually set a higher record today. The super whales that I've been noticing that have all of these new heroes maxed out are getting close to 45 and 46 million points. But honestly, like I said, outside of SP heroes, I really don't spend on this game. Oh, Purin went down again with about 30 seconds to go. So that is definitely going to hurt our overall score. That's really rough. Earlier today when I was doing it, we weren't taking nearly as much damage on her. Ooh, then Fiona just took a huge hit there as well. Granted, we're already at 38, but I don't think getting up to 40 plus is going to happen because we're not going to get that one extra ultimate here. It's still a decent score. It's not like super amazing or anything. It's not like our previous record that we have that was almost 41. I wonder if we can do anything different here. I'm sure we already have like damage reduction. Accuracy. We have like a healing set that I figured would kind of help for her. Let's just give it one more try. We'll try one more time to see if we can get a little bit lucky here. If we can, that's cool. I just really hope Purin can survive the whole thing, because that's what's going to make us get that new record. Because I think now that we have Asuka in the back row, that's a lot more attack and I think crit damage that she's getting, which should make a difference instead of having her in the front row. Granted, she loses like 1 or 2 seconds of attack time from being in the front row because she's just right there in front of the boss. I guess it actually might make sense to put one of the other damage dealers in the back row just to get the additional attack stats. Maybe putting Shinji in the back row would be the better play. Let's actually try that. I want to switch this out. Let's go back to this. Shinji can be in the back row. Maybe that means maybe somehow she survives better this way. I don't know. Let's see what our final total is. We do have one more attack today that we could use if we really want to, but I like saving them just in case I need to test something out, or I find a new strategy that works but takes some RNG. I missed one day, I think, in the very beginning of this event, which feels bad, which is why we have those extra 3 attempts right now. Kind of worked out because it, like, on days like this, I can try to kind of see if we can RNG it and get it to line up perfectly. We just need tons of overhealing so that we can really, really shield up our hero. I'm wondering if she's taking missiles without being at full health, and that's the problem. She's pretty much at full health now. Maybe later in the battle it's becoming an issue, and she's just getting targeted a lot. Like right there, she goes down to about half health every time. We basically need, like, honestly, I wonder if Fiona's shielding coming out like right before he uses the missiles is what we really need to happen. Like right there, she just got completely one-tapped right there. Oh, and with 30 seconds remaining, that is a lot of lost energy, which feels really, really bad. Man, it's important to have Fiona in the lineup though, just because the Asuka being on the enemy side of the battlefield is a huge bonus. There goes Fiona as well. So yeah, we're actually going to cancel this because there's no way. Well, we can wait the last couple seconds, but I don't think this is going to be a new record. Nope. So we're going to save our attempt, but that's pretty much how I got to 40, almost 41 million damage on this boss. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what heroes you use. Again, using like a Daniel that's awakened is another really good strategy in this one. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I'll see you guys next time.